What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Bonjour, bienvenue. Hello. Welcome to another stream here with Vladanoob. EM, hello there. Anas, hello there. Welcome to the stream. You choose A380 again. Our last A380 stream was contest. That was a while ago, I believe, a couple of weeks. The A380 is an absolutely beautiful aircraft, and it is free and it's beautiful. And I think it's highly, okay, it's not underrated. People do love it, but still, I feel like it's something that people should fly more often. It's beautiful. The FlyByWire A380 here for 2024. Now, unfortunately, excuse me, guys. The livery that I'm using right now is one from flightsim.to. It does not work exceptionally well. Like, it's a little bit funny, it's a little bit blurry, and it's not exactly a high resolution livery that I have installed for Thai. Thai Airways, by the way, did have the A380 at one point, but all of them have been stored for years now, I believe. So yeah, and none of them are anywhere near this good condition that we are viewing right now. They've all been since long been stored. So we've got the Rolls-Royce engines. Rolls-Royce engines on that beautiful A380. Look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? It really is. And Thai Airways has one of the best liveries in my opinion. I love this livery. The colors are very similar to Vladanoob, which I enjoy as well. Oh yeah, very cool. Very cool, isn't it? Anyway, that being said, let's jump on inside for a second. There we are. Our beautiful looking flight deck. Let's take a look at the views. Whee! Just making sure that everything is working well. It is today. So we got our EFB here. Which I often just refer to as a tablet. So here it is. Let's import it and make short flight from KVNY to TJSJ. San Juan on VIP airliner in MSFS 2020. Oh, you're saying that you made one? You made a short flight from San Juan to San Juan on VIP airliner in MSFS. Which VIP airliner did you use? Mr. EM. All right. So here we go. We've got VTBS, Suvarnabhumi International in Bangkok, Thailand, and WMKK, which is Kuala Lumpur International, Sepang, Malaysia. Okay? So there we go. Malaysia. As some of my friends would say, truly Asia. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's something. Anyway. So let's go to our payload today. We have GSX payload sync enabled. We don't have refueling enabled. That's funny. GSX fueling synchronization is also enabled. Okay, that's not bad. Got everything enabled there. Excellent. Let's go overhead and let's get our battery 1, 2, 3, 4 running. External power, all 4 of them to on position. Let's get our ADIR systems to nav, crew oxygen supply on, ground control for our voice recorder on, emergency light to armed, passenger signs full on here. Logo lights on automatic, nav lights on, strobe lights on automatic. Good. 5 to 6 hours. I make 0.82 speed, not 0.8 as usual. Cruising speed of Challenger C350. I find C350 model at FlyByWire. Okay. You found the C350 model for MSFS 2020. Is that what you're saying? The C350 model for MSFS. Interesting. The only Challenger model that I know is a C650 hot start, I believe, for X-Plane. The code is hello and welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another stream, Mr. Codays. Alrighty. Okay, we've got all that running. Let's go down here. Let's go to init. Aircrafts and whatever. Let's go to our init page here. Let's request our route from SimBrief. We can do that. Company plan received. Insert it. There you go. Ignore the flight number, but we've got our alternate and everything. Got a CI 50 cruise level of 40,000 feet today. IRS available in 2 minutes. That's fine. Departure. Let's have a look at our SimBrief plan here. Out of WMKK, we're going to use 32 right and big 2 Delta. Big D2 Delta. We don't have that. We'll use number 1. Not a problem. Okay, so we're going to insert that. I'm not lying to you. Oh, all right. No, I believe you. I believe you. But no. I believed you. I'm saying I believe you. I'm saying that the C650 is the only Challenger model that I know of. So if you found a C350, that's interesting. Is the C350 free for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Let me know. Okay, so at VTBS, our landing runway is 19 left, which is not available here. But we can choose runway 19, and our approach is we'll use localizer Z, ILS Z for 19. Our arrival is supposed to be Lebi 3 Charlie, which we don't have. We'll use 1 Charlie. Transition, we're not going to use one today. No problem, via none. Let's just insert all of that. There you go. Go back here. Let's go to NavAids. For NavAids, we're going to need to use a little nav map to tell me exactly about NavAids here. Let's have a look. ILS Z into Bangkok. Runway 19 left. It's just runway 19. Yeah, it's just runway 19. So it is identified. I'm not sure about this. We're going to leave our LS like it is, the way it is. For 19 left, I'm not going to mess with this too much. IER 109 course 326. That does not seem right at all. Because we're landing into 19 left today. And 19 left is completely wrong. That is not the one that I am aware of. But we're going to leave it like this. I don't think I should though. Yeah, runway 19 left. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's put IZEN in here. IZEN 110.50, that's correct. 195, that's correct. This is our right ILS for runway 19 left. Perfect. Perfect. Fuel and load. Our zero fuel weight today, we need to come here. Oh, we need to start GSX, by the way. Let's do that. Request fueling. Aerodarat. Request boarding. There we go. Let's come to our payload here. Services, fuel is happening. It should happen shortly. Payload, it should happen shortly. Let's see. Planned zero fuel weight 335,599. That is correct, right? And zero fuel weight center of gravity will come down to 35.5. Okay, so let's input this in here. Zero fuel weight is 333.6. Zero fuel weight is, oh, we can't use that, 333.6. Zero fuel weight center of gravity is supposed to be, what is it supposed to be? Wait, hold on. Hello there, Quins. Hello and welcome to the stream again. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on board. Zero fuel center of gravity planned is 35.49, 35.5. We can use that, 35.5. Let's do that. There we go. Block fuel for today. What is the planned block fuel? 3600, 30.6 is our block fuel for today. So we're going to insert that in here as well. 30.6. Thank you very much. Brilliant. All of that is done, and I believe it should do the calculations automatically. There we go. Pretty much done. A mode econ. We can use econ mode. That should be more than enough for us. Takeoff performance today. We're going to use some flex. And if we come to our performance here, let's populate that from last flight and we calculate that. Just before we go any further, let me check out what's going on the outside here. Got fueling truck pulling up right now. We've got cargo loading proceeding as it should. And look at that. We got our passengers walking through underneath the gateway there. Maybe I should update the GSX profile for this particular airport. EM says it costs $28. Are you talking about the C350 model for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Who released that for $28? I'll have a look at that. We'll take a look at that as we cruise. $28 C350. I'll have to take a look at that. I need to know who released that. We'll talk about that as we cruise. Do you play X-Plane or still prefer MSFS? I use X-Plane. I don't stream as much X-Plane as I do MSFS, but I definitely do X-Plane as well. And I love X-Plane, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. I just need to practice a little bit more on one of the newer models that I'm trying to learn in X-Plane. And once that's done, I will be streaming in X-Plane as well very, very shortly, as a matter of fact. Within the next 2 weeks is what I said, yeah. So yeah, I do fly X-Plane. I do have X-Plane and I love it. I have a few good models for X-Plane too. Not a lot. I don't invest a lot in X-Plane, but I do. Developer is Sim Federation if you search. Okay. All right. We'll take a look at that as we cruise, Mr. EM. Cargo loading is going to plan. Let me just come back here. This is still going on, huh? Okay. So, before I do anything, what's happening with the IRS? Still available excess motion? Come on. What do you mean by excess motion, man? What do you mean by excess motion? There's no excess motion here. What on earth are you talking about excess motion? A line in 2 minutes. Come on. We need to wait for this thing to align. Excess motion? How many passengers are we carrying today? That's a good question. That's a good question. 323. 323. This excess motion thing is pissing me off. Anyway, let's just go back here. Let's go to our performance for now. Flex temperature 65. So let's put that in. And our takeoff temperature is here 141. Unlikely to be accurate, but that's okay. 143 and 148. What else? Packs on, anti-ice off, all of that is fine. Transition altitude at 11,000. That's all good. We just need to get this right here, and to get that, we come down here. Payload. Let's put that to gross weight. Center of gravity is supposed to be 36.7. It's about 36.7. So we can put that in here. 36.7, and there you go. Now what I need is the IRS to start aligning. That is the problem that I have. This is the problem that we have. IRS is not aligning. IRS is not aligning. Let's go up here. Let me try this one more time. Gonna turn that off. Let's try that one more time. Let's put that to nav. It says excess motion. What is this excess motion it's talking about? Yeah, we got excess motion warning. So I guess it's gonna take a while here. Have you tried the new Inibil's TriStar? No. I have not bought the new Inibil's TriStar, and I don't think I'll be buying it. It's a little too expensive. And I won't be flying it much on the channel anyway after buying it, so I don't think it's worth it. Don't get me wrong, I like classic airliners and stuff, but I don't think the Inibil's TriStar is for me. We've got too many aircrafts that are like similar and old-fashioned. We got the A310. I have the MD-11 in X-Plane 12. So I don't really see the point in buying the TriStar. I get it, it's pretty cool and all, but there's limited routes we can fly with it as well. So yeah, and plus given the expense, I would rather spend it on something else. So Inibil's TriStar, I think I'm gonna pass. Although it seems to be a great airliner, I'm not sure. And for the next days, if I will plan to fly back to Seattle, I will fly via Teterboro. You're gonna fly to Seattle via Teterboro, which is your home airport. Very nice. What aircraft are you planning to use, EM? Okay, so I think because of this excess movement thingy-majiggy we're having, we're not able to align the IRS. So what are we gonna do? The INI 3110 is a beautiful model. Yeah, the Airbus 3110 is great. Now I don't know how to force align this thing. Let's come to sim options. What is all of this? Let's go to realism. Can I make it instant? There we go. I've just cheated a little bit, made it instant because we got that movement thing. But apart from that, I like to put it on fast. So let's come back down here to our payload here. How are we looking? We're looking good. We're looking good. Upper decks are filled. Lower decks are being filled. Fueling is happening right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Oh, fueling is already finished? My bad. We didn't get to take a look at that. Oh, that's sad. EM says you still want to continue flying the C350. You're going to make a short stop to refuel and go to Seattle. I see. Let's see. Seattle. Got views today which are not too bad. Not all of them are visible clearly at the moment though. But yeah, number 2 and number 8 are a little hidden. The tail on the A380 is absolutely humongous. Yes, it is. It's very large. Okay. Unfortunately, guys, we weren't able to capture a good look at our ground services today. We were too busy inside, but they've all finished up pretty much. This door is dangerous. Someone's going to fall through, and that's a long way up there. But yeah, let's do the following. Let's get back in. Let's put our local pressure today 1009. Let's put the FD on. FD is on. Manage mod available speed heading. We'll climb out to 10,000 feet. There we go. Manage mode. And our cruising altitude. What is this thing doing again? It's aligned. It's aligned. We don't need to worry about any of this. Good. Our altitude, final cruising altitude is 40,000 feet today. So that's a long way. Okay. Let's go back to our flight plan here. Good. Over here we can go to our yeah, right here. Yeah, we can put that on. We can put that on auto, but we'll leave it on standby for the time being. Altitude reporting on. There we go. That's exactly what I want. Let's put the mode on this into nav, which is what I like. We got the vertical profile available as well. Range can remain limited for the time being. Like, oh, interesting. We'll leave it like this. Good. We are pretty much ready. Just waiting for boarding to finish. That's literally it. Just waiting for boarding to finish. Apart from that, we're all good. Now, since our passengers have begun boarding, we can put our APU on. For APU, technically, we're supposed to use which tank? Which tank are we supposed to use for APU? I'm not sure. It's okay. We don't need to open anything up for APU. Good. Alrighty. We're looking great. We are looking good. Let's make sure the parking brake is on, which it is. Okay. Let's get this up and running. Let's get the same on this side. Where on earth are the lights? Where are the lights that I'm talking about? I have no idea. That's fine. That's great. Where are the lights on this? Come on. This is cabin temperature. Where are the lights on this? Why am I struggling to find the lights? Where are the lights? I want the lights. I want the lights. Pedestal floodlight, main panel floodlight. No, these are not what I'm looking for. Come on. Where on earth is the light? That's not it. That's not it either. What's the trip time? About 2 hours or something? 2 hours is very precise. It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes or something like that. About 2 hours block time, air time of 1 minute and 40 minutes. So that's about it. I'm looking for the integer lights up here, and I can't find them. I don't know where they are. Where are they? It's none of this, right? Yeah, it's none of this. Where on earth is this then? It's none of that. What on earth controls the lighting up here? Je ne comprends pas. Where on earth are the lights on this one? It's here somewhere, but I just... Come on! Where on earth is the light on this one? I can't find it. How do I control the integer lights on this? No idea. Why am I failing? Overhead panel, is there any... Oh, I think it's down here. No, it's not. So where on earth is it? Pedestal floodlight is not that, I know that. Ambient light is not that either. Good lord, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a rough time finding it. Main panel floodlight? That can't be it. No, it's not. Nope, I'm failing to find the light. It's so silly. It's very silly. Can't find the light. Does anyone know where it is? Is it this? No, it's not. Goodness me. Anyway, whatever. I believe we're ready. Let's go to GSX and request pushback. Searching on it right now. Well, thank you very much. Quins, that's very nice of you. Yeah, Mr. EM, I know you like a slow preparation, but unfortunately, we prepare too slowly. This live stream is going to take forever. Now, I don't mind it taking forever, unfortunately. Got stuff to do, unfortunately. What is this? Interesting. Yeah, we don't really need to worry about any of this, to be honest. This brightness is controlled by what? I always have issues with this controlling of the brightness in this particular aircraft. I have no idea where what is, you know? Yeah, this is fine. Let's push this up a little brighter as well. What does this do? No idea. What controls this? No idea. Everything is just a little bit mysterious. No, this one is fine. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little lost on this. We're waiting for our passengers to finish loading up. No, don't interrupt. Pushback. So, today we are going to be taxiing with our nose to the right. We need our nose to go to the right today. Okay, we need our nose to go to the right. And from there we'll see. Yeah, this is kind of funny here. This usually controls the lighting up here, but for some reason it's not. Nose to the right, please. Let's release the parking brake here. Once we start getting pushed back, there we go, we're getting our pushback. Okay, main tanks on, standby tanks on, that's all fine. Isn't it the knobs beside the parking brake? I'll try that. There we go. We got all our tanks up and running. APU bleed is on. Beacon lights can come on. And ignition there. Let's get engine number 1 to life here. The knobs, yeah, I tried all of them. They're not working. I tried all of these. They are not doing what they are supposed to do. See that? Got no lights on the overhead panel. So I don't know what makes the overhead panel light up. We do not know. Parking brake required. We'll put that on. Let's come back in. Excusez-moi. Engine still coming to life here, to be honest. There we go. Engine number 1 is available. We can go to engine number 4. The wing flex is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it is. The wing flags, especially on landing, it's incredible. Okay, pushback right there, getting detached. I think we're ready to go here. Okay, we're good. We're good, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye, see ya. Come on, man, this is really bothering me. The fact that I can't find out how to switch that on is bothering me. Okay, that engine is now available to us, I believe. Yeah, it is. Let's go engine number 2. Looks great. Waiting for it to become available to us. What weather engine add-on are you using? I am using Rex Atmos. Rex Atmos, which is absolutely brilliant. In all honesty, it's absolutely brilliant. Rex Atmos. Waiting for that engine there. We need to put taxi lights on. Available. All good. Let's drop our flaps. Shall we do that? We can drop our flaps to position 1. Okay, there we go. APU and engine ignitions, they don't need to be on anymore, so let's put that down. Nose to taxi. What else do we need? What else do we need? We don't need anything else really. Everything else overhead is looking good, apart from the fact that I don't know how to turn on these lights. That is really beginning to bother me. What is going on here? Genuinely, what is going on here? How do we turn on these lights, man? There has to be a way, right? But yet nothing is working. Nothing is actually working on it. So I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. We are ready to taxi ourselves to our takeoff runway. It's been 35 minutes. The A380 is a little heavy on the setup procedures, I guess. And there's not even everything. Let's release our parking brake as such. We are rolling already. Very powerful engines there, obviously. Let's get... Where is our predictive wind shear? Where is our predictive wind shear systems? Where's our weather systems? I do not see them. I don't think that's a thing here, is it? No, I don't think it's a thing here. Does anyone have any experience with medical certificates? Medical certificates? What do you mean? Oh my goodness. Completely lost track on that. Oof, why are we taxiing so quickly? Why on earth are we taxiing so quickly? What is going on here? Whoa, I did not see that happening. Did not see that happening. What do you mean by medical certificates? We need to turn our aircraft around. Apologies to whoever is monitoring us. I don't think anyone is monitoring us, but yeah. Okay, let's put our auto brake systems. Where is the auto brake on this thing? To RTO. Auto brake to takeoff. Ground spoilers to armed. And we can check our takeoff configuration before. Okay. Let's give it a bit of power. Sorry about this. Got carried away a little bit. Okay, our controls are looking good. Controls are looking good. There we go. Which way do we taxi out of here? This is fascinating because how are we going to taxi out of here? The airport charts I'm using are wrong. Excuse me, guys. I don't know what's going on. Throttle is not properly calibrated. Excuse me. While I do that, guys, I need to do that. There we go. The throttle is not properly calibrated. So let me try and get that done right away, okay? There's like certificates like class 1, 2, 3, which basically confirms if you're fit to fly in real life. No, that's there for everybody. It's there for everybody. Let me just go to my throttle settings and where is the throttle calibrate? I want this to be idle, set from throttle. Okay. Alright, then I want this right here to be on climb right there. And flex is going to be right here. Ignore the warnings there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just there we go, done. There you go. I think we're okay now, right? Yeah, we're okay. There we go. We're good now. Okay, excuse all of that. Release parking brake. And now we should be good to go. Now, how on earth do I taxi out of here? I'm not kidding. This is very, very difficult to figure out. This is very, very difficult to figure out how to taxi on out of here. I don't think we're supposed to be on this thin little thing here. Yeah, but we're okay. Let's try and find a way out. Are you running a 2K or 4K monitor? Right now I'm running a 4K monitor. I'm running a 4K. To be honest with you, if you're planning on using MSFS, just stick to 2K. Don't do 4K. The jump from 2K to 4K isn't that big, honestly. Unless you are watching things on TV, then that's different. But if you're not doing things on a TV or watching your videos on a TV, just stick to 2K. It's much better than a 4K. Far less load on the system, far less requirement for your RAM. Just stick to 2K. But I'm running 4K. Medical certificate, you work at a hospital, another medical for what you need this kind of document. No, he's talking about the medical certificate for flying. The medical clearance for flying. Okay, so we're good now, finally. Everything is looking good and we're on our way to our taxi for takeoff. Okay, good. Let's hope everything goes well. This is still bugging me though. The fact that I can't turn that on is bugging me. I don't know why, but it is bugging me. Why? Why won't you come on? Nazim, hello there. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, everything is good, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Nice to see you on the live. Much appreciated. It must be a glitch, Quinns. It must be a glitch. Probably with delivery, if I'm being honest. But it's okay. Today we're not flying at night, so it doesn't cause too many issues. But it has to be a glitch. Otherwise, it should not do that. This should control everything. But it's not doing that today, so it must be a glitch. It's okay. Takeoff configuration is normal. We're on takeoff mode now. There we go. Taxiing along fairly quickly. This is Kuala Lumpur International. I like the way how this aircraft behaves on the ground, by the way. It's quite realistic. It's quite difficult to control at high speeds, which it should be. Let's get in here. And what's the setup you're running these days? Do you mean hardware? For my PC, it's pretty much the same specs I've had for about 2 years. I'm still running the same stuff. No change in the past 2 years. You can always type in ! specs. That'll bring up something. Oh, joystick. I'm using the Thrustmaster T16000M. Something to that nature. Very basic entry level joystick that I'm using. Honestly, the Ursa, there's that one that's better. Ursa Minor, is that what it's called? I think that one is better. For the price point, I think so. I'm not sure. I think the commission to get the certificate is not too bad. Of course, you have to have strong health, but not like astronauts. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Planning to upgrade? No. Right now, it's not. The budget is not there for any kind of upgrade. I'm struggling to even buy the aircrafts. So I don't think an upgrade is in the cards for now. Landing lights on. Runway turn off on. That to take off. Strobe lights can come on. And TCAS over here can come to TA only. Come on, TA only. And we can release the parking brake right there. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Oh, there's a discontinuity. We need to delete that, don't we? Well, I don't know why we're flying with a discontinuity here. I forgot to check for that then. Oh, we have a problem. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Completely understandable. Stay in touch. Tell when you reach. Okay, I will definitely pass them the message. when we reach Bangkok. I'll pass that message on. I'll pass that message on in Bangkok. Alright, let's line up. Sorry about the erratic taxi today. I'm not used to this taxi behavior. Honestly, it's really good. The A380, the way it taxis, it's very realistic and really good. And I'm not used to that, so my apologies. So before we take off today, I just want to get rid of our discontinuity here, which I don't seem to be able to. It's because of this manual leg here. Can delete that. Let's put that, and then we can delete this as well. Just leave it like this for today. Okay? Great. There's our destination information. Everything is looking great, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go for takeoff. Shall we release brake? Engine is responding quite well. Flex. Ground speed increasing. Oh my god. That is erratic. Ground speed 80. We want rotate. Okay, positive rate, gear up. There we go. Nice and easy. It's asking us to climb quite steeply here. It's very nice to hand fly this, to be honest with you. Very, very nice as we take off. Look at that. Very good. Okay. There we go. Flaps up. Flight director asking us to turn this way, which we will. Let's just switch it off to the autopilot. Not sure if this plane is still around in the game. What do you mean? Oh, you mean if the A380 is still flying in real life? It is still flying, but it's mostly Emirates operating it at this point. It's mostly Emirates. Mostly Emirates. Destination, fuel on board. 11 tons. I don't care about the destination fuel on board, so that's good. Yeah, we're looking okay. A 747 or 787. Unfortunately, there's no good 747 available for Microsoft Flight Sim. There's no good 747 really. And the 787 too, there's no really good 787. They're working on it though, so perhaps when it comes out we'll be able to take a look at that. But in X-Plane I do have a 747. Maybe we could fly that. Maybe we could fly that. Okay, I think we're looking good here. There we go, that looks great. Some new views we're using on the stream here. Lovely turn there. Let's go take a look at that turn. That's beautiful. The Sparky 747 is great. The Sparky 747 is the one in X-Plane 12. That's the free one. Sparky, yeah, it is great. I actually have the SSG. To be honest with you, the SSG 747 was a terrible purchase on my part. It's one of my least favorite purchases. I should have just stuck with the Sparky for free, but yeah, I made that mistake. Okay, so we are going up through 6,400 feet. Still got some room here. But yeah, don't buy the SSG. I really don't like the SSG 747. I have it and it was expensive to buy. That was a terrible purchase. I should have bought something else for that money. PMDG is working on a 747 for MSFS. The 787 is being developed by somebody. I forgot who was making the 787, but someone's developing it is for MSFS as well. The 787 I can't wait to get my hands on. Got some weird artifacting on the clouds there. What's your most memorable flight or destination? So, the most memorable flight, one of the best flights I've ever had, was the A400. The A400 from the last live stream or the live stream before that, it was great. But in terms of destination, if you're asking me one of my favorite destinations, what would I say is my favorite destination? That's a rough one. I like one of those snowy airports you find in the Scandinavian countries. So if you're talking about Ivalo or one of those places, those are really nice to fly into. I love flying in the snow. It's very nice. Those countries are great. So maybe that is probably my favorite destination to fly into. But in terms of flights, there's so many. There's one where I flew into Tegucigalpa, Toncontin International. Very nice. Do you use lossless scaling? I do not use lossless scaling. What do I use? I don't use lossless scaling in MSFS. We've reached 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and climb out to 40,000 feet automatically now. Let's turn off our landing light there. As a matter of fact, let's go up here. Yeah, all these lights are off. Let's put these on automatic as well. Lossless scaling, I use it in X-Plane 12. In MSFS, I use DLSS, not super resolution, the frame gen. I use DLSS frame generation, but I leave the resolution on TAA. That's how I function in MSFS, so no lossless scaling in MSFS. Let's try to get a flight from Canada to America. It has winter vibe. Oh yeah, you're not wrong there, man. Flying into Canada is so much fun, but yeah, flying into Canada is so much fun. I have a few airports available in Canada, not a lot. The rest of them are generic airports. Maybe I should get some, but yeah, they're incredible. That's a great idea. I like that. That's a great idea. Flying into Canada is a good idea. Very, very interesting weatherscape. I would love to see a 777 flight soon. Yeah, we just had a couple of 777 flights in the last few streams. But a 777 is a staple on the channel, so we'll definitely be returning to that. You'll see one very, very soon, Quins. So don't worry about that one. Let's go to some cinematic mode and let's enjoy some views here as we continue to fly along. Look at that. That's brilliant. Let me just adjust this view a little bit. Zoom in and move out a little bit. That's too much. Move out till there maybe. Zoom in a little bit more. Do you have Anchorage? I wish I had Anchorage. Anchorage, Alaska, I don't have it. Unless it's already Star, I don't have it. Unless it is already Star Airport, I do not have it. So, no. Yeah, let me save this view right here, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. Sorry about all of this, but I need to do this while I still remember. Otherwise, there we go. Good. KSCS, Seattle to Hub. Nice long haul scenery using 777. That is way too long of a flight, EM. I don't do such long flights on the channel. That's just too long for live streaming and on the channel. I make videos that are quite long sometimes, occasionally, but not for live streams. Any plans to have mods where you have passengers in that? Well, I do have passengers boarding and disembarking. GSX does that for us. We can see the passengers boarding and disembarking. It doesn't work well all the time. Some airports are a little bit funky and all that. But having passengers whilst flying takes up too much frame rate. It takes up too much frame rate and too large of a hit on the performance for me to be interested in putting that in. And besides, we barely check through the cabin that much whilst flying. So unfortunately, in the cabin during flight, not really, no. Too large of a hit to performance. That's a wonderful view right there. Look at that. Climbing through just 12,000 feet now. Very nice. Much appreciated for chiming into the chat today, Nazim. That is much appreciated. EM says, yes, it's a big question, not for live streams, but also to fly places personally. Yeah, that it is. EM at this point, because of the channel, quite frankly, it's gotten to a point where I only fly when I'm either live streaming or I'm doing a video or I'm practicing for either a live stream or a video. I don't have the free time to be flying just for pleasure anymore. So it's either I'm actually live streaming or making a video, or I'm practicing for one. Very cool. Let's go take a look at some cinematic views. Why not? Just landed RJTT to OMBD. That is Tokyo Haneda to Dubai in the Sparky, actually. Crazy long flight. Yeah, that is a crazy long flight. See, such extremely long flights can't really be done on MSFS. Like, look at this right now. We're having texture loading issues. You know what I mean? It can't really be done very effectively in MSFS. For such long flights, you want to fly X-plane, and you know, that's how you want to do it. You want to fly X-plane. That's fantastic, man. I need to fly the SSG. I need to take it out and perform a flight. These views are crazy good, aren't they? Yep, we have departed on time from Kuala Lumpur, 4 minutes early. Just 4 minutes early, not much though, huh? Our climb rate is extremely painfully slow. That's okay. We are traveling at only 0.56 Mach, which is again painfully slow. Our VS here is 500, 600, somewhere around there. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, VS is increasing now. That's great. It is a heavy old bird though. Very heavy bird. That tail is so large compared to the body. They had plans to make Dash 900 and Dash 1000 variants of the A380. So there was supposed to be an A389 and A38-10. You wouldn't recommend the SSG 748, you said? Yeah. In terms of flight model, it's quite good. It's not bad at all. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of visual aspects, for the price you pay, I wouldn't recommend the SSG. I would rather, there's so many other great aircrafts you can get for X-Plane 12 rather than buy the SSG 748. There are better 748s available as it is, paid versions too. You can also get like the MD-11, the Q400. It's better to spend money on those than the SSG 748. In all honesty, that's my opinion. It's been the one purchase that I've kind of regretted in terms of X-Plane and all that. So that's my personal take on the SSG 747. Yeah, you get two variants and stuff. There's both the cargo and the passenger. Flight model is not bad, but the visual quality is You know? What? Did Anas just delete? Anas just delete messages again. Mr. Anas, you have unfortunately deleted messages by EM again by mistake. Please put those back. Mr. Anas, please put those messages back. Yeah. I think Mr. Anas has a habit of deleting messages for no reason. My apologies about that, Mr. EM. Anas has this habit of pressing buttons, so yeah. Hopefully he puts that back. I don't know where he's gone. Hopefully he puts that back. I don't know. What is Anas doing? Mr. Anas. Please put back the messages of EM. EM, are you able to type in the chat? Could you say something, please? If you are still here, could you please type something in the chat? Because I don't know what Anas is doing. I think Anas is pressing buttons and I can't. I don't know what's going on. Quinn says, I've been thinking about buying the Flight Factor 777, but I do have the PMDG already, so I don't know if I should get the 767 or 757 instead. So, the Flight Factor 777 is miles above the PMDG 777. That's what I've seen from everybody who flies it on live, especially. It is much, much better. It's such a crazy level of simulation that the Flight Factor 777 is on another level that PMDG can't come close to. I'm just being honest. Yes, visually it might be slightly better. I'm here all good, Captain. All right, EM, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But since you already have the 777 in MSFS, and there are no 757 or 767 available for MSFS, you should get one of those two in X-Plane. Now, the 757 by Bluebird Simulations has been in the works for about 2-3 years now. They're almost done. It should come out soon enough. When I mean soon enough, I don't mean in the next few months, but it should come out soon. Given that, I would recommend that you buy the 767 in X-Plane 12 Flight Factor. That to give you the greatest range, and then you can buy the 757 in MSFS when it comes out by Bluebird Simulations, I believe it's called. Yeah, that'll give you the greatest range of aircrafts available and help you to get a bit of everything. You know what I mean? Just to help you get that variety in your fleet. That's my recommendation. That's what I would do if I were you. Just save this view a little bit. There we go. I hope that recommendation made sense to you. Let's check the cockpit just for a second here. Oh yeah, I knew there was something we're missing. Transition altitude, we haven't done that. Now we have. Everything else is looking good. Seatbelt signs. That's on automatic, we don't need to worry about it. The destination estimated fuel on board is a little lower than we would like, but that's... Let's see how the flight goes. It says about 10 tons of fuel estimated to be on board. It's the way we are flying at the moment. It's a little funky. But I think we'll be okay. You know what? I'll leave these off. Yeah, I think it's the way we are flying. It's a little bit funny. Yeah, it's a little bit funny. So I don't know how much fuel we'll have. Let's take a look at the fuel. Yeah, we need to save and apply all of that. Wait. What did I just do? Yeah, I need to put that back on climb. And turn on auto throttle back. There we go. Sorry about that. My apologies. But yeah, we've got that done. Let's take a look. Yeah, we've used up a lot of fuel. Used up a lot more than I would like. That is a heavy amount of fuel use. Yeah, we've got... fuel usage is not with us today. We've got an issue. I think the fuel estimate by SimBrief did not work. I don't think it worked. Should have carried some extra fuel, don't you think? I think we're gonna run out of fuel before we make it. We are going to run out of fuel. So yeah, SimBrief gave us too little fuel. What are we gonna do now? Should we refuel it? Should we? Let's leave it like this for now. We'll see what it's gonna look like once we reach our cruising altitude. Should we fast forward? Okay, let's reach the cruise and then I'll fast forward it a little bit. Alrighty, once we reach cruising altitude we'll fast forward it, but for now let's just continue the way we are. Have you seen the Artemis 2 launch? I haven't. I actually haven't. I saw a video of somebody seeing it from a plane, which I found really cool. So they were flying along as they saw the launch, but I have not seen it myself. I have not seen it myself. I don't know how I feel about this whole Artemis 2 about the whole Artemis 2 launch thing. I don't know how I feel about it. Going to the moon after so long, eh? How much further are we from our top of descent? I mean, top of climb. We're at 28,000 feet, still climbing along. Luckily, the A380 is compatible with time sim rate, so we can increase it up to 4, I believe. But it's limited at 4, if I'm not wrong. Looks really cool, though. Let's cycle through some views. This view needs a bit of fixing. One thing I don't like is the SpaceX launches. I don't know how to feel about any of these things, to be honest. You know, I'm not sure, man. I grew up during the space shuttle era. That was the only thing that was there, and you know, you enjoyed that. And nowadays it seems like everybody is going to space for apparently no reason at all. It used to mean something, you know. Going to space used to mean something. It was just like flying at one point. It used to be a big deal, but now it's like every second Tuesday somebody is in space. So I don't know. And for the weirdest stuff, by the way, people who have no business being in space tourism, as they like to call it, just to touch the edge of space and come back down. And they call themselves all sorts of things, and yeah, I don't want to get political on the channel. Never get political, but you know, it's weird. So it used to mean something, but nowadays it's just I don't really follow it anymore. It's just too much going on. You know, they say a launch every Tuesday, and you know, it's not for me. Nothing meaningful has really happened in a while, you know. It's just a bunch of billionaires shooting fireworks all the time. I know that's a rather unfair way of putting it, but still, it's just how I feel about the whole space thing. Everybody's in space all of a sudden. So I don't even know what the objective of the Artemis mission is. Maybe they have a... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point there, Quinns. We're not really even sure why they're going to the moon now. I mean, after all these years, they decided they missed the moon all of a sudden. Huh? I mean, when they stopped lunar missions and people are like, hey, lunar missions were fake. We didn't go to the moon. That's why you guys stopped going to the moon, whatever. And then NASA and everyone's like, no, it's because there's nothing on the moon. There's no point of us going to the moon. It's just spending a lot of money for something that doesn't even matter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now why are you going now? What did you find? Huh? What do you find? Why don't you tell us, Mr. NASA? Why don't you tell us? Why on earth you're going to the actual reason, not the public approved reason. So, you know, for these reasons I no longer follow it, and it's a shame because I'm a space buff. I used to be a space buff. I won't say I am now. Now I'm more into flying, but I was legitimately interested in space. Like, I can't tell you how much. It was my thing when I was a kid, you know, but now I'm like, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less, and that's a shame. I couldn't care less about what they're doing, you know. They like to announce news. Oh, we've discovered a planet that's got this, that. Okay, that's great. What now? Nothing. That's it, you know what I mean? Like, you discovered a planet, okay, that's fantastic. It's not like we can do anything about it. You know? I don't know. I think I've lost interest in the whole thing. I've stopped buying their space stuff. That's just the way I feel about it. Of course, I'm not saying I believe in all the conspiracy theories or anything, but it's weird. It's becoming a little strange now. Did you hear about the 747-8 new engines project? What? I mean, I thought the 747-8i was the whole new engines project. Why are they trying to bring it back with another new engine? That I feel is ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous. Honestly, that's ridiculous. They should let that thing die. I mean, I get it. It's a queen of the skies and whatever, but it's outdated. It needs to go. It needs to go. What is the new engines project? Are they putting 4 new engines on it or just 2 more efficient engines on it? Because if you're putting 2 engines on it, that could potentially work. But no airline, in my opinion, is going to fly a 4-engine aircraft anymore. No one's placing an order for a 4-engine aircraft anymore. Those days are behind us. That is one of the main reasons why a lot of these aircraft, such as the one that we're flying today, went out of business. Because people aren't interested. Airlines are not interested anymore in flying something this inefficient. Okay, so there's no point. What are they planning to do? I've not actually read up on it, so what are they planning to do? They just tried stuffing Pratt & Whitney engines on it. Maybe like an experiment or something. I don't think they're trying to rebuild the 747 and bring it back into commercial service. I don't think that's possible. It's over for these 4-engine giants. The only reason why the A380 is still around is because of Emirates. Even Emirates has had enough. They've started replacing it with the A350. The second Emirates starts shutting down shop on the A380, there you go. The A380 was a commercial failure if it wasn't for Emirates. That's the only thing that saved A380. 4 engines are not the future. At least not the near future. Maybe one day, but not today. It is not today or tomorrow. Probably not. The A350, the A350 is so efficient. The 787 is efficient. And you no longer have the hub and spoke model. It's being replaced a little bit, you know. We don't have such massive numbers. COVID really changed the landscape quite drastically. In addition to that, we've got the war situation going on. So it's more point-to-point focus. Taking a moderate amount of passengers a long way in one go. Much more economical for airlines, apparently. So there you go. The 4-engined beasts. It's no longer efficient, you know. This was my area of study, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I know about this all too well. All too well. The commercial aspects of this stuff. Anyway, we have reached 40,000 feet. I think it's time for us to use well, as tradition, let's go ahead and check in on the cockpit. We've got issues with our estimated fuel on board is going to be below minimum and whatever. That's not really a big deal for me. I don't really care. As long as we can make it there, it's okay. The 4 engines do look cool, yes. There are lots of people who prefer the 4-engine aesthetic, especially on a big plane like this. I myself, I like the 4-engine aesthetic, but it's just not feasible anymore. maintenance wise, and a lot of other reasons. Topper descent. Where on earth is topper descent? A long way from here is topper descent. So because of that, I think we need to use yeah, our topper descent is all the way there. We need to use sim rate, otherwise we're going to be up here a long time. We're going to run out of things to talk about. So let's use a bit of sim rate here. Let's use a bit of sim rate. Into 4 is not a bad idea, but I shouldn't do more than that, right? You can go back to, let's see how the flyby looks. Check that out. Ooh, this is into 4, by the way. It's crazy good. Okay, let's just chug along. Very nice. And there are a lot of the problem with airline manufacturers, the problem that they're having is, I mean, it's the same issue that every large corporation on planet Earth is having at the moment. They've grown too large. They've become so global and so large that their size cannot be fed. They've grown into monsters that are too big to be fed from a business point of view. They just can't get enough to sustain their size and continue growing and all of that. You know, they've grown too big. So for that reason, all the global giant businesses, they keep releasing new products, you know, just to refresh, just to boost their sales. And that is the same thing that's happening with airline manufacturers these days, quite frankly. You see them making a new model, then they will make a little improvement, the next model, they start competing with each other like they're making phones, you know. So you've got Boeing versus Airbus going on, a battle which Airbus is winning apparently. Like the 737 MAX issue that happened because of the same thing, because Boeing wanted to push out that on time, and you know, it's become a kind of a, it's less focused on technological improvements, and yet it's marketed as revolutionary technological improvements, forcing them to make these new products, which is just not true. I just don't buy it. C919. No, I have not seen the C919, and let me have a look at that. That sounds interesting. C919, what on earth is that? The Comac C919. Ah, the Comac. The Comac. GSX is messing up, by the way. Oh, there we go. The Comac is a Chinese-developed narrow-body airliner competing with the A320 and 737. You know, that's never really going to happen, right? It barely flies outside of China. I've seen it. Actually, you've just reminded me of it. The model number didn't ring a bell, but I know the aircraft you're talking about. It's the problem is it's not going to be successful outside of China. We know that. The Chinese, this is just the Chinese attempting to become more and more independent of the Western world. So now they're just trying to be more and more independent of the Western world. They were on their own little world. That's what the Chinese government is trying to do. They're trying to make their own cocoon where they don't have to depend on other people, or they want to be better than the rest of the world. It's mostly the dependency thing that they're trying to cut off. This is just a part of that. You know, the A320 and the 737, these are basics. A lot of Chinese carriers have them. They don't want that. They want to use something Chinese. So there you go. Banned in the EASA, of course. It's never going to be accepted. Like, you know, the Eastern Bloc power there. It's never going to be it's never going to be a commonplace thing. It's not going to happen. There's not enough. How do you put it? The diplomacy and the paperwork and the red tape between the West and the East, namely China. The cooperation is just not there for anything like that to become commonplace. It's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. And neither is Europe, the European Union, nor the US. They're not going to allow their major manufacturers to suffer and allow China to just come in and no, that's not going to happen. So I think it's Chinese people, the Chinese government retaliating in a way, if you think about it. Anyway, that's deep into politics, something that I'm not interested in at all, but that's basically what's going on. And aviation, unfortunately, is a very politically charged topic. Very politically charged topic. You know, it's one place where governments like to show off and make strategic decisions that are not exactly in the best interest of anybody, but just pure political agenda. That's it, you know. Anyway, that's enough political rambling from me, but yeah. It might be a good aircraft in its own right, to be honest, though. It doesn't look that bad. It looks very similar to the A320. Honestly, it looks very suspiciously. My English is leaving me quietly, but it looks suspiciously very similar to the A319 or the A320. So, except with like A220 style windows, basically. I don't know, man. If you are, I love the Chinese and their technology and their airports and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but if you ask me, it just seems like the Chinese are just masters of copying stuff. You know, they copy a lot of stuff. It looks cool though. The cockpit looks great. The cockpit looks great. The C919. They do seem to get increasing partnerships though. In addition to that, it is powered by CFM, so at least we got engine. It's a tried and tested engine stuff, so that's good. It doesn't seem too bad. Maybe someday in the future, maybe 5 years down the line, we'll have Chinese aircraft everywhere. Who knows? 10 years down the line, perhaps? Not 5. Maybe 10 years down the line, we'll have more open trading for stuff like this. I don't know. The world is changing so quickly with all this war stuff. It's hard to tell. But it doesn't look half bad. In all honesty, it doesn't look half bad. We also have Honeywell involved in the C919 project. That's good. Gotta go now. Getting late in Denmark. Have a safe flight. Tuning in tomorrow. All right, I shall see you tomorrow, mate. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. Although I do have a video to make tomorrow for sure. I'll still be tuning in with a live stream tomorrow as well, so don't worry. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you very much for being in the chat once again, Quinns DK. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue on here. We're 1 hour 29 minutes into the stream, pretty much 1 hour 30 into the stream exactly right now, and we still have about half an hour worth of flying. So yeah, see ya. It is fun though. This aircraft is just absolutely glorious. Still some way to our top of descent though. Got still some way to our top of descent. Estimated fuel on EFOB on board during destination 9.7 nautical mile, 9.7 tons. Whilst that figure is not ideal, I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think we need to do anything. Yep, we are coming closer and closer towards Bangkok. We've got about 45 or so nautical miles, maybe about 50 nautical miles to top of descent, not more. So Do I have a plan for where I'll be flying tomorrow in the live stream? No, I don't. I'm not entirely sure. I do have to check my schedule. Maybe I have something that I can do tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure. So I don't think I have anything lined up for tomorrow. Beautiful aircraft, this thing. Would love to see a Scandinavian flight. I've actually been doing a few Scandinavian flights here and there. SAS. Since I don't have anything lined up for tomorrow, I think I can make that happen, Mr. Queens. Since I don't have anything lined up for tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I don't. So yeah, if I don't have anything lined up for tomorrow, we can make a Scandinavian flight happen. Copy that. If I'm doing an airline flight, here's what I can do for you. The next airline flight is gonna be a Scandinavian flight. There's a chance tomorrow's live stream is going to be a GA first. If it's a GA first, then I'll probably fly the Kodiak 100. And however, the next airline flight, whichever it's going to be a Scandinavian one. So we'll do a Scandinavian one for airline next. So yeah, Kodiak and Scandinavian, that's how it will go. Alright, so I will do that. Alright man, I shall catch you tomorrow then. Hopefully for... maybe there will be 2 live streams. No, tomorrow there's only likely to be 1. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. See ya. No problem. Jump into the cockpit here. Top of descent, still not yet in sight. Oh, we might have passed it. Yeah, we need to descend now. We need to descend. Okay. So let's go to sim rate into 1 here. Let's get back into the flight deck. Let's go down and command descend first. And we'll go down here and let's enter our destination data, which we're supposed to do right here. Let's go to SimBrief. Let's go to our performance. Change the parameters probably. Come on. Change parameters. Take it from the last flight. Let's go put that in. Okay, our outside air temperature is 29 degrees Celsius. QNH is supposed to be 29.73. Let's put that in. Radio at 200 please, thank you very much. Magnitude, the magnetic heading 190, and the wind speed is at 7 knots in Bangkok. We're going full, landing speed 129, we approach 134. We've got that set up. Let's go back to our flight plan here. Brilliant. We're supposed to be descending down to 35,700 soon. We're a little above our descent profile at the moment. Yes, we are, unfortunately. Let's reduce the range on that significantly. Let's do the same here, down to 40. I think we'll be fine though. Let's put the speed brake out to help it slow down a little bit there, because otherwise we might have an overspeeding problem on our hands. Let's take a look at that. There we go, speed brakes out. A little bit shaky here. There we go. Looking good. Thailand, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Yep, we are slowing down well. We are descending quite rapidly, but we're not too far off our descent profile today. It's just a little bit above, that's okay. A little bit of shakiness here, that's okay. We're doing well. Brilliant. Let's go on our auto brake and let's put that on low. For Suvarnabhumi has a long runway, so we can put it on low. Perhaps on number 2, I don't know. Seatbelt signs and stuff can come to automatic here. Leave them both on auto. Good, ground spoilers can be left. Okay, we're using them for the time being, so... What is our descent rate at the moment? 3,000. Ooh, that's a heavy descent rate. That is a heavy descent rate. We don't need to be descending like that. Let's put our speed brakes back up and we'll arm it. There we go. Our final descent altitude, too steep path. Oh, is that right? That's okay, we'll figure it out. Our final descent altitude is flight level VTBS 19, ILS 20,000? What? Yeah, we're too high. That doesn't make any sense. We're too high. We're way too high. we missed the top of descent really bad. Let's just put the speed brakes out. Let it dip. Let the aircraft dip. We are too close to the runway, to the airport as well, and we're still at 27,000 feet, so we gotta be careful here. I believe, as a matter of fact, we'll be able to see the airport somewhere nearby if we look around. There it is. There's our airport. Whoa, way too high. Our airport is right there. We are way too high, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we'll be okay. I think we can descend quickly enough. If I can force the throttles to cut, maybe we can do it. But we are way too high. I completely missed top or descent here. That is what's happening. Too steep a path. We are descending. Come on. Come on. Get us down there. We don't need to be this slow. Why are we going this slowly? There is a restriction. Ah, damn. There is a restriction. Does weather work on us? Weather is inoperative. That's a shame. Let's put our flaps down. It'll help us slow. Oh, that's too soon. Sorry, my bad. Missed top or descent again. I need to be more careful. I need to be more careful. There's our airport right there. Goodness me, our airport is right there. Yeah, there's no way we are making that. Here's what we can do. We're going to descend as low as we can, and then we're going to perform perhaps a single turn using the heading mode before we come in to make our final, obviously. That will help us land into the runway pretty much accurately. But yeah, we are way too high. Way too high. Yeah, we'll hold somewhere here and perform a couple of turns or something. So what we'll do is we're going on to Momop. Momop is up here, and then we're going to BS5. Esgen, where is Esgen? Esgen is here. So we'll hold at Esgen. We'll hold here at Esgen. We don't need to perform an actual hold through the FMC. We'll just use the heading mode to perform a nice little swirl around there until we descend to our right altitude, and then we'll come back down. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, great. Now, checklist. Do we need to use the checklist? Forget that. We're gonna have plenty of fuel to make this landing, so it's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna go towards heading mode. There we go. We're gonna go towards heading mode. This is gonna continue on VS. Yep, it's gonna continue on VS. Continue on VS. As a matter of fact, we can go down a little steeper. Yeah, we'll continue on VS. We'll continue on this heading towards Esgen. We'll make a nice little turn before we come into Lavog. We'll do that. We shall do that, ladies and gentlemen. Give us more room. There we go. It's okay now to descend, but let's continue here. Give ourselves a bit more of room. What flight level are we supposed to be at? What is the elevation at this airport here into Bangkok? What is the elevation here? Its elevation is 0 feet. It's sea level. So we're not really supposed to be flying like this, are we? Okay, continuing on towards Esgen, and then we're supposed to go towards Lavog, but we're flying away from Lavog for the time being. Let's turn our aircraft this way for a bit as we continue to descend. You can still see Lavog here. There's Lavog. Let's fly out a little bit more this way, and we'll fly back in. Not a problem. We're still way too high, so let's just drop that down. Speed brakes out. They should write that here as well. 15,000 feet. Coming in way too high. Flying over Thailand, ladies and gentlemen. Far more inland than I was expecting, but here we are. Looks great though. It looks fantastic. Okay, 14,000 feet. $13,000 feet. Put our flaps down, honestly. Slats out. Local pressure set. Coming down to 12,000. We should be able to descend a little quicker now. Let's turn back around towards Esgen now. I believe we've gone far enough. So let's try and turn back around towards Esgen. Turn back around like this, and let's try a steeper descent at 2.5. Okay, speed is increasing a little bit. We are in a turn coming through 11,000 feet. Let's see if we can make that. I think we'll be okay. I think we will be just fine. Okay, let's turn on our landing lights here. Let's leave these on. Everything else is looking okay for the time being. Yes, it is. Turning back around. Turning back around. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. It's around 3,000 feet. We're supposed to be around Lavog. At around 3,000 feet. There you go. This is what we want. This is what we want. Let's put this on manage mode now. We'll be flying directly towards Lavog. And we'll be just fine. We don't need to go this fast anymore. We can go down to 2,200 with our VS. Absolutely. Oh, I hate this. Why does it keep showing the 3D thermals? I don't want to see the 3D thermals, man. Okay, where are we flying towards? Esgin. Lavog. So we go direct to Lavog. We are going directly to Lavog, yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Direct, let's go. Let's go direct to Lavog. Put it on manage mode here. Let's put that on manage mode. And we can put that back down and arm it. There we go. Looking good. Oh no, we need to descend though. Yeah, let's descend. There we go. I think we will be okay, I think. Yep, I think we're gonna be okay. Yep, we're gonna be okay. Okay, are we gonna be okay? Yes, we are. We are. Let's reduce that. That is still there. Yeah, that's okay. We'll be fine. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Slats out. Our altitude much more managed right now. And we are ready to come in for a landing. I have not landed this since the last time on live stream. Quite frankly, I've never had a great landing with the A380, have I? Have I, ladies and gentlemen, have I? Okie dokie. But we are looking extremely well. Okay, 3,000 feet coming up. We should reduce that to 2,400. Continue that descent. There we go. Looking good. Now the question is, the ILS, let's find out how it's gonna work. Let's find out how it's gonna work. Okay, let's put out our speed brakes here so we can reduce our speed. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We have visual of the airport or runway or something. I don't have visual at the moment. Localizer. Localizer has already been caught. We can go on LS. It is on LS already, right? Okay, we can go LS here. We can leave glide slope on, honestly, although we are a little... Can hold altitude. We can actually go to approach mode there. There we go. Put our flaps down. Position, we're going to full flaps. Flaps full, 2,500. Let's drop that gear right there. Oh, bit of a bumpy ride. SkyDolly can begin recording. There we go, SkyDolly recording. That armed. Runway turn off on. These on all the way. Looking good. We still haven't caught the glide slope yet. We're too low for that, but we're just gonna maintain this for the time being, and we are pretty much set up for landing. Just need to catch the glide slope. That's literally it. See if we can do all the calls. There we go. Go around altitude is how much? What is it? Supposed to be about 4,000 or something. We'll leave it at about 2,500. We'll leave it like that. Fine, we'll leave it at about 3,000. Why not? Here we go, glide slope coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land into Bangkok. Wind, mostly headwinds, slight crosswind component, but light winds of 11 to 12 knots. Glide slope coming up. Glide slope caught. Aircraft descending. That's what we look like. Let's take some cinematic ganders at it before we need to disconnect autopilot. Descending into the airport there, Bangkok. Check that out. What on earth Oh, Alt 6 is for thermals. There we go. We have a discrepancy there for controls there. So I need to put that in there. Keyboard search by input Alt 6. There you go. Over here. There we go, done. Okay, let's head back in here, 1,300 feet. It's going to be interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. As we come into land. Okay, I'm gonna go in now. It's about time for me to take a manual control. About 1,000 feet coming up.
1,000.
Okay, my aircraft. Going in visually.
400. 100 above. Minimum.
Proceed. Ignoring glide slope.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Okay. $80 knots. 60.
Auto brake off.
Landing system FD off. Flaps up. That off, that off. Oh, we'll just pump the brakes on that a little bit. There we go. Taxi lights, strobe lights. Round spoilers down. We'll just stop right here before we go any further and take a look at how we're supposed to proceed from here, right? Okay, welcome to Bangkok, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bangkok. Okay, let's turn back around. We'll proceed here, turn right. Welcome to Bangkok. I just realized we landed in cinematic mode. That's okay. But welcome, welcome, welcome to Bangkok. Let's go ahead and find ourselves a parking in this airport. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We will take a look at the landing replay as soon as we finish parking, as usual, of course. We're not supposed to be taxiing this way, apparently. I think. But I'm not really worried about all this right now. Let's find ourselves a lovely little parking somewhere along the way. We got some heavy gates, so we'll park right somewhere here. Yeah, that's been an enjoyable little flight there, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's get our APU running. APU running right there. There we go. Pump our brakes. We'll make this turn. Alrighty. Now, which way can we park? Should we park to the left? Yeah, let's park here. Since we don't have a marshaller, I think it's okay for us to use this view and cheat a little bit with our parking. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi International Airport here in Bangkok. Hope you guys enjoyed that, but let's go ahead and take a look at that landing replay, alright? SkyDolly is available, yes. So we can have our landing replay today. Rewind it. Ignore my terrible taxiing and parking as usual. I don't use proper airport charts or any of that. I really should, but you know, just don't have the time to prepare for that, I guess. But let's see. Where did we land? Somewhere there, okay. Let's push it back till somewhere here. We'll watch this one first, so let's have a look. Let's have a look from this view. All right. Very, very nice and easy and gentle touchdown there. Ignore that. That happens during landing replays. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Let's try that from this view right here. Yeah, let's try this view. That'll give us a better idea. Yeah, that was really smooth. Very, very smooth. Yeah, ignore that. That issue is gonna keep happening. I think we need to find better views, right? So let's find better views. Let's find chase view. Oh, this is what we're using right now. Yeah, this one didn't work. So let's find, how about this one? Yeah, let's try this one. Let's take a look at how it went. There we go. That is pretty smooth. That is pretty smooth, pretty easy, nothing too bad. So rewind that just a little bit. There we go, coming in. Okay. Brilliant. Now let's try this one. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, we need to try that again, don't we? Let's pull it back till here and let's play. There we go. Okay, that was really nice. There we go. That's a great view. Really nice landing there. Let's try that again. One more time. Okay, we'll try that one last time to see how we landed. There we go. Play that. Alrighty. Let's try, you know what? We'll try this. Okay. Not too shabby. Let's try this guy. Let's try this one. This one. This should be a good view. Nope, never mind. It's yeah, this one will be better. Yep, it was quite a smooth touchdown. Let's have a look at what our landing rate was. Our landing rate was, according to ElevaTex, minus 177, 1.01 G. Okay, it's a good landing rate. It's a good landing rate. Not too shabby. Now, let's look at some cabin views or something of the sort. Yeah, let's try this one first. Smooth. When I do make a good landing, there's nobody here. That is probably my best A380 landing yet. I haven't had good luck with A380 landings. That was a good one. Gonna go a little bit more, and then let's try this one. Just a couple more of these, about 2 more, and then we'll go shut down our aircraft. Okay, just a couple more of these. We tried, now we'll try these 2 views. Okay, so let's try this one. Let's fast forward through that. Okay. Yeah, that was really smooth. We also have to remember we've got all those touchdown effects and all of that stuff enabled, and even with all of that, it's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Last landing replay, ladies and gentlemen, from this view, and it's going to be the last one for the day. This is how I should save it. Excuse me while I do that. There we go. That is beautiful. Welcome to Bangkok, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bangkok. Hope you guys had a good time on that stream there. We are crossing 2 hours 15 minutes on today's stream. Okay. Let's fast forward that all the way to our parking. Let's actually go a little faster. And then we shall go ahead and shut down our aircraft. Welcome to Bangkok. All right. Okay, all of that is fine. We got our AP running, right? So we don't need our engines anymore. Let's turn them off. There we go. Parking brake on, that's good. Clear all of that. Excellent. Let's now ask GSX to... Oh, it's loading. It's going to take its sweet time. It's going to take its sweet time. Okay. Alright, let the GSX menus load there, but we no longer need our fuel pumps. So we're going to request deboarding there. Bangkok flight service. There we go. All of that off. These can come off. These can come off. These can come off. And this can come off. This can come off. All of these are off, which is great. And nav lights can remain on there. Let's go to ground services if I can find it. Okay, that's all fine. GPU can come on. Switch to GPU. We can turn this off and we can turn off our APU as well. Because why not? Alrighty, there we go. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bangkok. Welcome to Bangkok. We have flight injection. Do we have traffic working? We do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little flight. Once again, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. Anas, EM, the Codays, Nazim, and Quinn's DK particularly. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's live stream. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for all the interaction. Nazim too. Had quite a bit of interaction as well. To all those who tuned in the live, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys had a good time. If you did, please leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel. And we've got many more stuff coming up, obviously. Go check out my videos. Do all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever else is there to do it. And I shall catch you guys in the next stream, which is going to be either the Kodiak 100, for which I am about to make a tutorial as well. By the way, that is 50% off right now in the Microsoft Marketplace. Do consider picking that up if you guys need that. However, we'll talk. I'll speak a little bit more about it in detail in either the next live stream or the live stream after that. But the next airliner flight is gonna be a Scandinavian one. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next stream. Until then, have a good day. Shall catch you next time, and bye bye.